Hey folks, this is Jake Davis with my sixth and final top 5 video celebrating the best films of 2021. And there's no better way to finish it off than with the best films of the year. So let's get to it. Number 5 is Spider-Man No Way Home, a triumphant collaboration of 20 years of film and 60 years of comic books, all bringing Spider-Man together in a very bold and beautiful and endearing way. As I said when the movie came out a few weeks back, it's only just a damn shame that Nicholas Hamilton, the guy from the original Spider-Man, they didn't work in a little cameo for him too. We don't need him to be his version of Spider-Man, but that would have been just nice to get him in there as well. Uh, and other than that, I mean, yeah, it's exciting, emotional. It's just a thrilling motion picture, and the biggest movie of the year, the biggest movie of the last 2.5 years. So hell yeah, Spider-Man, No Way Home. Number 4, The French Dispatch. Wes Anderson has always been a terrific director. His films are truly unique, almost a genre unto themselves. Uh, and him taking a shot at the genre film and his brilliant use of kind of just flip flopping back in between color, live action, drama, comedy, animation, cartoon sequence in there. It's a wonderfully entertaining and damn near poetic film. And much like Grand Budapest, is a celebration for the common man, the everyday person, the 9 to 5er. You know what I mean? It's a good movie. Number 3, I would say Dune. Dune was a massive motion picture that promises more. And even though I was not familiar, I mean, I never seen the original 1984 film or read any of the novels from the 1960s. I was more than aware of this franchise and of certain elements of it. I knew what the spice was, the Brachus, the sandworms, House Atreides, all this kind of stuff. It was it is its own kind of slice of pop culture, and to finally get this massive, all star, big budget motion picture that's not just rushing through all the whole story in one movie was really deserving. And the truth is, it's something that probably wouldn't have been possible without Lord of the Rings 20 years ago, but is a hell of a good movie and one of the must see motion pictures of 2021. Number 2, Nightmare Alley. This was a stark and haunting motion picture, in my opinion, a movie that dealt with the darkest and most destructive ends to things like selfishness and pride, vanity, ambition to a degree. At least the darker versions of ambition. It was just a wonderful movie that just I really could not take my eyes off the screen while watching it. It was a magnificently well made motion picture. And my number 1, the best picture of 2021 has got to be Belfast. Kenneth Branagh's pseudo autobiography about his family leaving Belfast in the late 1960s due to the Irish Civil War is just an inspiring and heartfelt and deeply emotional film. It's if it doesn't remind you of one of your parents or a grandparent, or it is just maybe the most relatable and universal connecting film I've seen in quite some time. It is really something special and something beautiful. and is easily my pick for the best picture of the year. Yes, I ran through my best pictures because I've talked about all of these quite a bit, and because I got honorable mentions and others miscellaneous awards to get to. My honorable mentions, real quick, are Zola was a terrific gangster movie, and Werewolves Within were easily some of my favorite films of the year, and very, very hard not to nominate them. House of Gucci was a really, really fun movie. Licorice Pizza by Paul Thomas Anderson was a wonderful film. Paul Schrader's The Card Counter was just stark and shocking and just hypnotic. Guy Ritchie's Wrath of Man was another just another terrific gangster film from him. And the Joe Carnahan's film Cop Shop, which was a throwback to old 70s shoot 'em up drive-in style movies. And to wrap things up in my rest of my awards, in addition to Best Picture, Director, and Supporting Actor, I'm giving Belfast the awards for Best Cinematography, as well as Best Original Song. Yeah, sure, it's kind of pushing it. Van Morrison wrote Down to Joy back in 1998. He posted a recording of it to YouTube in 2014, but the song was never officially published or released, which does make it eligible for the Oscars. It may be pushing it, maybe even slightly cheating, but far be it for me not to jump at the opportunity to give Van Morrison an award. In addition to Best Actor, I'm giving A Nightmare Alley the awards for Best Art Direction, Costume Design, and Adapted Screenplay. As I said, just a thoroughly dark and hypnotic film about madness and evil and manipulation. Just goes down to the darkest shadows and corners of the human soul. I loved Nightmare Alley so much. In addition to Best Actress, I'm going to give House of Gucci Best Makeup. I usually do not lean towards, facial prosthetics or just, basically fat suits and age makeup for stuff like this, but it was done in such a phenomenal way in this movie. It was truly seamless. I mean, unless you know Jared Leto and his eyes and his smile, stuff like that, there's nothing what you can see. I mean, he's not the only one in heavy makeup. Little touches to Lady Gaga and Adam Driver and Pacino. It's just the makeup work in that film was truly exceptional. Best original screenplay, I gotta give to Licorice Pizza. I was actually leaning towards Belfast here, sure, but I already gave Brown Best Director, and just this movie has some of Anderson's most compelling and engaging dialogue he's ever written. It's just very, very snappy, very funny. It's just a really, really sharp script, and he's definitely my pick for original screenplay. Best original score, I gotta give to Hans Zimmer for Dune. Zimmer has been one of Hollywood's standout film composers for the last 20 plus years, and he's never won an Academy Award, and I really feel that, this should be his year to finally give it to him. This was a great score for Dune. It's one of the few film scores the last few years has actually been stuck in my head. And it was, this, give it to Hans Zimmer for Dune. Give Hans Zimmer his Oscar, please. For Best Film Editing, I give it to The French Dispatch. I thought the movie did a terrific job of handling multiple stories while all feeling like it was, much like the film Creepshow, it did feel like the process of going through a magazine or a comic book or just a newsletter, this kind of thing. The movie moved in such a very well paced, well tone. I mean, I'm not a film editor, and most YouTubers are, it seems. But to me, more than where should the camera be, where should the focus be? To me, editing should be. When I think of great film editing, I think about the pace and the handling of different uh, tones to what you see. I might be wrong about that. I might not know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I'm sure I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But my pick for best film editing is The French Dispatch. And finally, last one I'm talk about is Godzilla versus Kong. And I'm giving it 2 awards: best visual effects and best sound. While there were probably movies with probably more inventive visual effects and probably even more creative sound effects use, no other movie to me all year long felt like it deserved to be seen on a big screen with sound all the way up more than Godzilla versus Kong. Just as a little quick tidbit here. I haven't done this in about 6 or 7 years. An extra bonus: worst movie of the year. No particular order. I would say my contenders would be the awful musical film pairing of both In the Heights and Dear Evan Hansen. Hated both those movies. Snake Eyes, the G.I. Joe spinoff, truly atrocious. The Space Jam sequel with LeBron James, oh my god, it will make you physically ill to watch it. And the worst movie of the year is easily Jungle Cruise. Oh man, I shouldn't have done it. Now I feel sick. Okay, I gotta go throw up. I'm Jake. I'll catch you on the floor.